practice with joy and lightheartedness. We just do. It's like we get so serious and we just stop feeling that way. And then to reignite it is a process. So that you're like, it's sometimes hard. I'm like, yeah. Oh, sorry if I didn't mention that that can be hard. It can be really hard to find our way to feeling joy and pleasure and lightheartedness in our bodies when we haven't been in practice for who knows how long. Like, could be a decade, could be 2 decades, could be, even if it's like a couple of years, it's a long time, right? To not be actively moving that kind of energy through your body. And so I would start by actively making it a like thing on your schedule to do, to explore what brings you delight, what brings you lightheartedness. If you're like, embodied movement feels good, but it doesn't feel that fun to me. Okay, it may not be the fun thing for you right now. It may be later, you'll come back to it once you are more in practice and you're like, oh no, now this feels fun. Now that it's more available to me, this lighthearted joy feeling is closer. Now this feels like joy. But right now we want to find the things that are like the low-hanging fruit. So what are the low-hanging fruit of joy, lightheartedness, and pleasure for you currently? Now, you may think that I expect that you would just have an answer to this, but I don't. We actually tend to not as adults. Like, you'll be like, what would make you feel so joyful? You may be like, I don't know. Okay, great. Now figure it out. This is like your job now for a little while. Like, get it in your calendar to research things to do that are fun, to try things out, like wholeheartedly try them out. Okay, some people like making fires and then howling at the moon around the fire. I don't know if I'm going to like that. That sounds really fucking weird. Okay, sounds really fucking weird. Why don't you just put it on your schedule and try it? All right, I'll put it on my schedule and try it. I made the fire. That was actually not that much fun. Apparently, I don't know how to make a fire. That was really hard. Actually, Briana is stupid. I already hate this so much. Okay, great. Did you make a fire and then howl at the moon? Yeah, I made the fire. That part sucked. Remember how I told you that part sucked? Yes, I know you said that part sucked. Okay, but then I did howl at the moon. Okay, was that fun? Kind of fun. What about it was fun? Well, it was just fun to be loud. Did you feel expressed? Yeah, I felt kind of expressed. And then I cried, and that part was not as much fun. But then I howled at the moon some more, and then I laughed. Okay, so it sounds like it was a lot of things, but there was some joy in there. Yep, okay, great. So now we know making a fire and howling at the moon has some potential for lightheartedness and joy. Was it everything you ever hoped it would be? No. Okay, well, great. At least we have some information. Next, okay, some people love going to water slides. That sounds stupid. I'm not going to go to a water slide. I hate water slides. When was the last time you went to a water slide? I was probably 10. It was stupid. Okay, great. Well, you were 10 and it was stupid, but since other people enjoy it, could you just try it? Sure. Put it in your calendar and you go. See what it's like, right? Go and see what it's like. But you have to do these things with the intention of trying to have fun, trying to have joy. You're really like learning to wake up that joy body again. So you have to do things that may possibly be joyful. Doesn't mean that they all will be. Not all things are going to be winners, right? You're going to go to do some things and be like, that was okay, but it wasn't like, it didn't spark joy for me. It didn't bring me lightheartedness. But maybe you go to like a comedy show and you're like, well, that was fun. Okay, great. Go to another one. Maybe you go to a concert. Oh, that was fun. Okay, great. Loved that. Okay, then I painted my partner's naked body. Was that fun? Yes. Was it pleasurable? Oh, yes. Okay, great. So now we have some things. So now we just double down on those things and do more of them and start to wake it up, waking it back up. This is so important that we often think that we're going to know with our minds whether or not it's going to be joyful, pleasurable, and lighthearted for us. But actually, you don't know, because it doesn't live in your mind. The joy doesn't live in your mind. The lightheartedness doesn't live in your mind. So if you're just checking with your mind and you're just playing it out in your head, that's not the same thing. You can't enjoy a hike in the mountains just thinking about it. You have to go. You have to actually go do the thing. So get yourself in action, get yourself doing these things, and then see what really works for you. Waking things back up. The other thing I would say is that then as you start to wake these things back up, then you start to just infuse it into all the things. It's like, can you be lighthearted while doing chores around the house? Absolutely. Can it be joyful? 100%. Can you learn how to have joy and lightheartedness in all things? Yes. But if you don't even have that, the like energetic signature awake in you, then it's a lot harder. So you want to wake up that energetic signature first, and then we learn to apply it in all the places.